What's up, guys, and welcome to today's video. So the other day I was working on the AliExpress unboxing video, and of course today I have finished that video. Or well, I finished it yesterday, but I didn't really have the chance to make anything about it. So yeah, I finished that video and I gave it to the patrons, so now the patrons can view the video and they're enjoying that, and it'll go public on Wednesday, so 2 days from now, I think, if I know what days are. But yeah, so that's what's happening right now. Today I thought it might be kind of fun to talk about a knife that I don't think I've really given enough of a spotlight to, and that would be this, my JK Designs Emissary. This is a custom knife. This is the Emissary number 8, so it's one of the first Balisongs that Julian ever made. And this thing is really special to me for a number of reasons. First of all, obviously, it's a really sick flipper. Like, it's not the most, I don't know, it's not the most immediately like, oh, that's an amazing flipper, you know, but like, the more you flip it, the more at least the more I've flipped it, the more I've realized, damn, I really, really like flipping this thing. And, I'm just really happy to own it. So this is one I'm probably never gonna let go. And there's multiple reasons behind that. One of those reasons is that this thing is also super special to me. I got this when Julian first posted the very first image of the Emissary ever publicly. So he posted the first pictures of the Emissary on his Instagram, and I immediately fell in love with the design. I was just so blown away by such a cool design, and I needed it in my life. And so that's kind of what happened. And what happened is I messaged him and was like, hey, I need one of those. Can you make me a custom one that's a trainer? And he was like, well, shit, sure. So I was one of the first people in to request something like that from him, and I managed to get this trainer Emissary. And he actually hadn't designed a trainer blade at all, or a double-edged blade at all, at that point. And so when I requested a trainer from him, he actually designed this blade for me, like from scratch. He was like, here, let me do some work. I'll figure out a design and see if I can come up with something that I'm happy with, that you might be happy with. And he sent me work in progress photos of the design of this blade. And as soon as he came up with this, I was like, that's it, man. I mean, like, that is so sick. This is probably one of the sickest trainer blades I've ever seen, right? Like, just look at this freaking thing, dude. It's insane. It's so beautiful. So really big fan of that. And you know, using it, I've had a really good time with this thing. I mean, this is one of the first, this is the first custom knife in my collection. This is the absolute first knife I ever ordered custom from any maker. And it's also one of the first knives I ever bought in terms of, like, actually spending good money on a knife. So, honestly, I got kind of a hell of a deal on this thing, but I really think the Emissary is worth the money, because this thing rocks to flip. It's also kind of weird. So I've told people before about how this Emissary is the only one that you can do the pinky trick on, and people have doubted me because there are other Emissaries with this blade. But the thing is, actually, my Emissary really is the only one you can do that trick on for two reasons. So my Emissary is a full trainer, and it's the only one that has this large of a cutout where your pinky can pretty easily fit in there. After he made this first trainer version of the Emissary, he made this cutout smaller, and then in later revisions where it's a double edge, he actually added a little spike that goes into this hole. So mine really is one of the only ones that you can do this very special trick with. So I hope you guys enjoy that little bit of factoid right there. The other thing that I wanted from this, and this is something I told Julian at the time, you know, I wanted a premium trainer. At the time, I mostly flipped trainers, and now I mostly flip live blades, but it is nice to have a trainer to go to when I want to try new, interesting tricks and stuff like that. And so with this guy, that was kind of my goal. I wanted to have a really high-end trainer, and there wasn't much at the time that existed. Unlike nowadays where there's actually, you know, high-budget knives, or just knives. There's a lot more trainers overall. There really weren't that many trainers back in the day, and so this is what I got. And this thing is incredible. I mean, I never have to tune it. The play, as you can see, is literally almost zero. Like, there's barely any movement in there at all. This thing has so little play. It's like it feels like nothing moves when I do like a tap check or anything like that. I've never had to tune this thing. The one of the screws you can loosen, but the other screw, I never broke the Loctite on it. It's literally been perfect since day one, and I've had this for so many years, and I've literally never adjusted that screw. So only one of the screws on this has ever been even adjusted, and I've never taken this knife apart. I have literally never once taken this knife apart, which is kind of surprising for me because most of the knives in my collection I have at least serviced, you know, at least once. But no, this guy, all I've ever done is clean it. So I've like taken, you know, a little brush to it and cleaned inside of there and like made sure that that was good. But past that, this thing I really haven't done much to. Also, this finish that it's in is the way that it came. So he called it the apocalyptic finish, I believe. And so it's basically, he blackened everything and then, you know, brushed it to give it this really cool aged look. And he kind of like didn't tell me what it was gonna be finish-wise when I ordered it. I just told him to go crazy and have fun with it. And so he definitely took my advice there and did go crazy. And I just really, really love the result of this thing. So it's held up perfectly all these years. There's literally nothing I would change about it. It still to this day is one of my favorite flippers ever. So yeah, I'm really happy with this thing, if you can't tell. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys are looking forward to the AliExpress video on the main channel, so that'll be coming soon. And yeah, until that time comes, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I know I will. And oh, actually, before we go, let me show you one cool thing. I don't know if you can see this. Inside of the handle, right, it says JK. So let me see if I can show you guys this. Like, I don't know if you can see, there's a JK right there etched to the inside of the handle. This might be really hard for you guys to see. I don't know. It's so hard to show, especially on this camera. I can't see what the screen can see. It says there's a big JK like etched into the handle there, and then on the other side, inside of the handle, it says number 008, and I genuinely have no idea if my camera can focus on that or if you guys can even somehow slightly read that that's there. But yeah, it says number 008, and those are etched like, or they're like carved into the inside of the handles. Also, the inside of the handles has like an orange peel texture. The attention to detail on the Emissary and a lot of Julian's stuff, but this Emissary specifically always blows me away with the attention to detail in terms of like just all of the small little markings he added and all the finish stuff he did, and like the floating spacers are just so freaking sick looking, and then the orange peel texture on the inside being different from the texture on the outside. I don't know. There's just a lot to love about this wonderful trainer. So, okay. Now I'll actually leave you guys alone. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. I know I will. Peace.